Hello there again, YouTube. This is LASIK Cards and Collectibles here. Yes, finally, I probably posted a video. I know last videos I went and ripped some like select football and some other things. I just not ripped a whole bunch of fat pack Prism basketball fat packs and didn't really get much. I like the way they did the blue. You got plenty of cards here. Didn't really hit anything. Obviously, you're not going to, but for the fat packs only being $7, not a real big deal. $3, or sorry, 3 fat packs, $7. Got them at Target, so got the 5% off the red card. So about $20, $22 for everything. So that's whatever is what it is. That's not videos aren't worth posting. I'm just not going to post them if I rip them. Just not show everything rip. But anyways, quick. I went through probably 100 cards here. I'm going to try to send a PSA for this November $15. I probably got about a third of them that I could send. Actually, probably about a quarter of them that I think I can send. And I have about a stack of 7 or 8 here that kind of a more of a kind of see where, where they stand. 'Cause I don't think they're 10s. They could be. Definitely 9s. But I'm just kind of experiment. I've sent 4 or 5 submissions here in over the last 6 or so months, and I've PSA 10 like 85% of the stuff. I know this time around it's probably not going to be the same. But the good thing about basketball is the base prisms for some of these guys are still going for more than $100. So I mean, it's pretty much all the young stars from last year, and of course Tyrese Maxey. I had bought I don't know how many of these Tyrese Maxey base cards for like $8 to $10 many moons ago. And really, like, fix the slide a little bit. Only one of them out of like all of them was worth grading. And this one actually had a few little issues as well. I mean, it's really hard not to get these with like little like scuff marks on them. This Cade is perfect except for just like a tiny little, I don't even know what it is. You can hardly see it unless you like tilt the card correctly. This Scotty Barnes has a dimple, has a little thing there. Has a tiny little dimple there above my thumb, which is, I mean, it's tiny. Really nothing else going on with the card. This Josh Giddey is kind of the same way. Has a couple little dimples on it. And yeah, just not much. No print lines. Centering's good on all the cards. That's the main thing. I don't even bother sending them in if the centering's not good. So, kind of an experiment here at the Prism. Got a lot of these. Got a ton of Revolution and Tyrese Maxey. This is the Astro version. There is some little bit of surface stuff going on there. Really hard to see unless you have magnification. So, I mean, it's right here by his name. It's on this side. It is really hard to see unless, like I said, you do have magnification. It's kind of see the little specks there where it's not blue, but it is silver, kind of where the... So we're taking our shot on then. This is the Astro parallel. I bought a huge lot of these, like, from ComC. There was like 12 of them in the lot. I got $18 for the whole thing. This is way before Tyrese Maxey was even hardly playing. But I got a lot of great deals on Tyrese Maxey cards. So it's mostly PC, but I got a ton of these, so I'm gonna send them in. They're probably not great. I mean, they're not like the base Prism cards. These things aren't going to go for as much. But, anything over $60 or $70 for a PSA 10 at the $15 mark, I think is okay. Because I think you will, if you do 9 it, yeah, I think you will get your money back. Because it sells thing for $20. PSA 9 it didn't cost me but a couple dollars, and you figure shipping in, you're at least going to probably get your money back. Anything cheaper than that, I just wouldn't send in. This Justin Fields perfectly centered, which... Bought several of these around at the time. I waited for a while. I think I spent more than $45 on one of these. Now they're probably still going for $45. These things are selling for over $100. There is a print line. It goes right across the center. It's pretty much right where the laser is, or going across the center. So you can't see it unless you tilt the card So I was like, we're going to test this out. We're going to see if they whack me for this small little print line. Very hard to see, only if you tilt the card right. It's right along the laser part of it too, so kind of thinking that we'll be okay there. This Cade was, honestly, out of all the Prism cards that that's not actually anything that's on the inside. But there is a little tiny blemish right in here. Hard to see. It's going to be really hard to see because you almost got to tilt it right and have a little bit of magnification. There's just a little bit of line. Everything else about this card is perfect. Now, I opened up like probably 12 value packs, and I actually did really well. Got a Bones Highland 75th anniversary, just sold that for like $30. you're gonna see most of them here. I got several base rookies. I mean, I have tons of the base rookies, and I'm just gonna probably have to sell and not because I went through them. I did really well, actually. At the time, I shouldn't have probably opened any of it. Where the heck did I put them? Oh, okay. So this is basically the stuff I couldn't grade. So you got a Jalen Green base, still good. I was gonna send this one. There's just a little blemish there. It's that's the only thing wrong with the card. Probably sell this raw. I bought 2 greens and a red of these, $18 a while back, the Asia version. I didn't ever pull this one out and look at it. There is some serious action going there. Probably not even going to sell it. This Evan Mobley has a couple little specs on it. Sell that. Card was great. I thought I was sending this one in, but this is only about a $65 card in PSA 10. But there's a print line back here, so I know this has a couple little dings on the surface, little tiny little things, just enough to keep me from turning it in. They have very similar ding outs like this card right here does that little thing right there. Cade Cunningham, same thing, little tiny dings everywhere. Scotty Barnes has a few of them. Just all this silver really hard. This Chris Duarte, I may open some eight optic value packs too. I pulled a purple Jalen Green, but had a print line on it, of course, which I thought about maybe sending in and get a replacement, but I might never get it, so I ended up selling for like $10. I got pretty much all the good rookies. This thing has print lines on. This has some small surface issues. These are really hard to get. I have a PSA 10 of that. Same here, just little dings and dings. Nothing crazy. Still near mint to mint cards. Just if there's anything really eye popping that would really detract from the value, I will definitely put it in my description. I do not like selling cards that you don't point that stuff out. But anyways, this is the rest of the cards here. Most of the rest of these cards here, a bunch of the Revolutions, got a Groove, Fractal, couple Asias. They look pretty good. The foil, I mean, there's so much going on here that it's really hard to pick up on any surface issues. There's a little speck here and there. Not really worried about it. Because, my last couple submissions, I knew that some of these cards weren't perfect. They still got PSA 10s. Pulled this out of I bought one box of this stuff and then pulled this. I don't even know what this goes for. It's probably a $5 to $10 card. But PSA 10, it said it looks pretty good, so going to get that in. Pulled this also. This is really good. As much it's got going on here, it's really good. Purple, I don't know. It's probably $60 or $70 card. This Scotty Barnes is going in. Really clean surface, surprisingly. Centering is great. This is the Hobby Red. Anything Justin Fields or basketball that will sell, I'm turning in. I bought one of these PSA 10 for like $40 like a month ago. Now they're selling for almost $100. So, I wish I'd have bought a few more. Should have bought way more Justin Fields cards. I do have a decent Justin Fields collection. This would be PC if it tends. The red would be PC. The certified no. This would also be going up for sale. I did pull a couple decent. Centering top to bottom here is the only issue here. Left to right is pretty good. But we're going to see about the centering. So I've seen some really bad centering get PSA 10s. And, this is 60-40 centering, so we'll see what happens. Josh Giddey was really clean. Centering is good. Pulled, this in a PSA 10 is like 350 to 400. Pretty clean. We'll see. These things are hard to get, but there's just so much. There's no hiding anything. There's no print lines or any like major issues with it. So it's centered good. There might be a few little scuffs on here, little tiny ones, but in fact, I might take. I don't know what that's going on. That ain't on the car. I don't think that's on the car. But look, I got a couple of these, pretty cheap back in the day, like $15 or so. They look pretty good. Gonna send those in. Pulled this. I bought a Mega Box or a Black Hammer, a couple blasters, whenever. Kaminga, got a couple more of these going in. These are going for high 100s right now. So I'm hoping, well, actually, one of them, these two will be PC. Well, one of them, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Here's one of my biggest mistakes in the last couple years. Anybody knows that was buying cards in 2020 knows that cards are way overpriced. These Halliburtons were, this was $50 when I bought it. And at that time, I got a good deal on it because they were still going for like $75 or $100. And it's not going for that now, probably $10 or $15, but the certified, same way. I didn't pay that much for the certified, and the Origins, good looking card. That's that. That's what's getting sent in. I'm going to have to take another look at this Scotty Barnes Silver, but I did really well out of the retail, even though I didn't feel like it at the time. That's because I told myself, I ended up buying a bunch of retail I was able to get my hands on it, and there's just really no resale value for it right now, so I'm holding on to a bunch of it, and I opened a bunch of it anyways, but that's that. just a quick little update. What's going on? I'll enter these in. Those today Thursday. I watch football. I'll probably enter these in these weekend and then send them off this weekend. So I might go through a few more and see if I got anything else I can send. But anyways, thanks for joining. Hopefully we can get these back soon. Gotta make that money, right? Anyways, you can follow me on Instagram if you care to. Anyway, thanks for joining, and we'll catch you in the next one.